Floyd, I'm going to do a very brief intro here. In Chattanooga on Thursday, November 2nd, the day before the Southeast Rug, which is at McKee, Floyd from Tennessee is going to join myself. We're working on slides to help people understand something that probably comes before report writing and before calc fields would be the Workday Data Model. So this slide is showing we've got several slides. Floyd, I decided to highlight just one, some high level concepts. I think we're going to start at 10 o'clock. We don't yet have the registration. This is Workday customers only. We'll get the registration to you as long as you're a member of the customer sharing movement. And this is in Chattanooga only. This is an in-person share-a-thon, similar to what we did pre-Rising.
Yeah, this has a lot of content in it, but it's all things that I've heard a lot of questions about from different people, even people that have gone through classes and stuff. And to be honest, there are aspects of it that David and I still don't understand. But the whole goal is to help build what I called your mental visual picture of what the data model is and various aspects of it, so that when you start actually using tools, you have a more broad visual context of what to do with it. I've seen questions on the Q&A forum that would be kind of like in a construction context, somebody asking what's the best type of pipe wrench to hammer a 20 penny nail with. And because they say, well, I need to do a calc field to do this. But when you look at it and think about what they're asking, it really doesn't involve calculated fields at all. So kind of understanding what the different tools are, what they're good for, some of the things to think about with each one. We thought we'd go through at a high level, with the idea being that you learn it at level one at 10,000 feet. Then maybe you jump down to 5,000 feet, start doing some practice in a certain area uh, to get more experience in that area. And at some point, you might do some deep dives, kind of level three learning in a particular area.
This is just the start of what Floyd and I are working on. We're going to intermix information. And again, Floyd and I'm going to repeat what he said, not shy to point out some of the stuff Floyd and I don't know. We're both over 16 years of Workday. I'm going to do something that maybe several people do know. A worker in Workday, it's either a contingent worker or an employee. And that's a concept that is pretty straightforward. Maybe a lot of people get that. Every worker is one of those two. And so we will discuss that. Here's what I'd like people to put into the chat. The one that I'm hoping Floyd and I could figure out before November 2nd. Everything that you guys need to know between, there's this thing called action events. So imagine action event is like worker. Every worker is either contingent worker or an employee. Well, every action event is either, and then there's a ton of a ton of very specific events. Anyway, if you know what action event is and you understand that whole concept,